What is going on, everybody? King John here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I actually wanted to talk about the future of Granblue Fantasy Versus. If you've been around the channel, you guys know I love Granblue Fantasy Versus with all my heart. It's one of my favorite fighting games of all time, even with all its unfortunate circumstances like the netcode and the pricing, but that's not really an issue anymore. Well, the netcode is, but the price, we'll get to that. Anyway, obviously there's been new characters released this past month with Avatar Bilal and Vera. They both were released this month. They were both very fun characters. I made a video on both of them if you guys want to go check them out. I'll probably leave the links in the description. But now today I actually want to sit down and talk about the future of this game, because there is a lot of question marks about where this game is going. But before we get into the discussion, guys, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers right now, and I really appreciate all the support. But now with that all out of the way, let's actually get into the discussion. Now, Granblue Fantasy Versus does have some sort of a roadmap that has been presented by Side Games or Arc System of what the future is going to look like for this game. So they obviously said they would add Avatar Bilal and Vera into Granblue Fantasy Versus, but the next thing that's on the roadmap is actually system changes. Now, what these system changes are going to be, I have no idea. It could be some sort of guard cancel or V reversal. It could be really anything, a push block. What I'm hoping for is a type of guard cancel, a type of V reversal that's, some sort of other use for the meter of the game, because the only use for meter in Granblue is literally just for supers, and that's it. So I'm really looking forward to what they want to do with the what changes they want to do to the system changes. I'm really hoping, like I said, that they add some sort of guard cancel or V reversal, because there's a lot of characters in this game that don't have reversals, that don't have really good defensive options, so they need something like this, some sort of universal mechanic to help them get out of pressure, from really oppressive pressure, and I feel like that's been said for months now, that this game should have some sort of other use for meter other than super, like maybe use 50% of your meter for like a push block or a V reversal or something like that. Now obviously it could be some sort of other change, like some type of offensive change. They could even add an air dash. I highly doubt it, but who knows at this point. They could just say screw it, why not? It's really a mystery what their plans are for the system changes, but who knows, But now let's actually talk about the elephant in the room, the netcode and the pricing, obviously. So the pricing has already been resolved. If you guys aren't aware, there's actually brand new versions of Granblue Fantasy Versus. There's two new versions. There is the regular version that costs $20. That is just the base game with the base roster, which is about 12 characters. The 12th one being unlocked by beating RPG mode. And then there's the legendary edition, which is $50, and it brings everything. All the stages, I believe, all the characters, everything. Which is a way better deal than when it used to be that you had to pay like $200 to get everything. So this is great news. So the pricing has somewhat been resolved. The netcode, this is the big one. This is the big boy that everybody's talking about, that you need to have rollback these days in order to have a surviving game. Like, for example, unfortunately, Persona 4 Arena just revealed that they're not going to have rollback netcode on release, but they said they're willing to add it in post launch, which is very unfortunate. My heart sunk when I saw that. I was like, no, please, your game's gonna suffer if it doesn't have rollback on launch. But hopefully they add it soon after launch. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers here, because nowadays, especially in this era where we're in the middle of the pandemic, we need rollback netcode in order to have a stable and healthy player base in a fighting game. You need these things, especially because rollback is mainstream now. A lot of people say no rollback, no buy, without knowing what the hell rollback even is to begin with. So just having rollback as advertising is gonna get people to buy the game. It's getting to the point where rollback, something that every fighting game should have by default, is turning into a marketing thing. Anyways, hopefully they have mentioned it before. They said that they're aware of it, but they don't want to add it. But that was like a month ago, I believe, nearly a year ago now, where they said that. So hopefully they've known, and they know now that you need rollback in order to have a good game. But maybe it's too little too late for Granblue. But at the same time, BlazBlue just got rollback, and that game has blown up recently. So who knows, honestly? Who knows if they're going to add rollback? I feel like it's hard for 2.5D games to get rollback, apparently, because I haven't seen an older 2.5D game get rollback yet. Like, for example, I do not see Guilty Gear Xrd getting rollback. I just don't. Just simply because, that game would probably take away players from Guilty Gear Strive, and I'm pretty sure they're aware of that. So they don't want to put rollback into Guilty Gear Xrd just yet. Maybe in a future where there's another Guilty Gear game, then sure, maybe. Dragon Ball FighterZ probably is going to get rollback at some point. That game is way too big to not put rollback into it. They announced a new character for that game, but who cares? It's freaking Android 21 with a lab coat on. But out of all these games, I feel like Granblue is the one that should get rollback because this game is getting hit the hardest. This game never got a chance, and it's getting its chance now, and people came out for CEO and everything, but I feel like if it gets rollback, it's going to get a big blow up. And then last but not least, obviously, there's the final, I believe they said this is the final DLC character, which is the poll character. The one that people are going to vote, you know, a male or a female character. It's going to be Saldafon. Like, I'm going to spoil it for you guys. It's going to be Saldafon. That character is absurdly popular. Everybody's going to vote for that character. That character is going to be ready. So I hope you guys are preparing yourself to take on the Saldafon mix-ups and the Saldafon setups. Y'all better prepare yourself now, like 6 months in advance, because that character's coming. I'm guaranteeing you it right now. I am literally going to clip this, and I'm posting it on Twitter. I'm recording this in December 22nd of 2021, and if that character comes out, I'm posting this on Twitter. But they did release a poll saying, hey, what character do you guys want to be put into the game? Even though we know it's going to be Saldafon, they said, hey, vote for him. So we'll see. And that's cool and all, but everybody knows that the final DLC character needs to be rollback netcode. Like, come on. So hopefully one day they add rollback to Granblue. I don't see a Granblue Fantasy Versus 2 coming out. I don't see anything like that, at least for now. So there's no reason to not put rollback into this game. Unless they're scared that it's going to take away from DNF Duel, which I doubt it, because they're completely different games, by the way. But I thought it would be a good idea to do the freaking survey in this video, so that's what we're going to be doing right now. We're going to pull up the survey and see what we can do. Please select I am a male. I am a human man. How much have you played Granblue Fantasy Versus? Currently playing often. Used to play often. Used to play very often, guys. How much have you played the original version of Granblue Fantasy? I used to play it often. Not anymore. I used to play the gacha game back when I was like really heavy into competing in Granblue, and then I kind of fell off of it because I realized that I was just kind of wasting time. And it's like a giant time sink, and I could be more productive, so I just kind of dropped it. But I do come back for the gacha pin frenzies like every end of the year, so I do that, I guess. How much have you played fighting games? I'm currently playing very often. Which of the following games have you played before? Street Fighter. I played Street Fighter. I played Tekken. I played Guilty Gear. I played BlazBlue. I played Dragon Ball. I've not played Sam Show. I played Multi Blood. I've not played Virtual. I played no, yes. I am gonna be playing that. No, yes. Yes, and that's it. Which character do you main in Granblue Fantasy Versus? I main Lancelot. Yeah, there's no Vera? That sucks. What character do you want most to be added to the roster? You know what? I'm gonna put Beatrix, Sandalphon, and then rollback. Which series is Fate, I guess. We would love to hear your thoughts and suggestions about Granblue Fantasy Versus. Add rollback netcode, please. And thanks for your hard work. Add rollback netcode, please, and thanks for your hard work. There you go. Yeah, and then send. And we got it. Thank you for participating in the questionnaire. We got it just like that. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. If you guys want to do the questionnaire yourselves, I'll probably leave a link in the description down below. Please go in and tell them to put rollback netcode, because we need rollback netcode in order for this game to live. In order for this game to come back and thrive, we need rollback netcode. So please let them know loud and clear, so they have to do it. Have it be so loud that they can't ignore it. And that's pretty much it for today's video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys want in Granblue Fantasy Versus, what you guys would like to see to be added in Granblue Fantasy Versus, and are you playing Granblue Fantasy Versus right now? Let me know. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.